What if I told you that the most mind-blowing, futuristic entertainment venue on Earth, a glowing orb that has completely redefined the Las Vegas skyline, is actually losing a catastrophic amount of money? Today, we're diving deep into the story of the Las Vegas Sphere, the $2.3 billion marvel that sold out shows with tickets costing hundreds of dollars, yet somehow managed to lose over $100 million in its very first year of operation. How is that even possible? Stick around, because the answer reveals a fascinating and cautionary tale about ambition, technology, and the harsh realities of the entertainment business. Back in 2018, the Madison Square Garden Corporation announced a project so audacious it sounded like science fiction. They planned to build the ultimate venue right next to the Venetian on the Las Vegas Strip. This wouldn't be just another arena. This would be the Sphere. The exterior was designed to be a colossal canvas, covered in 366 million LED pixels, capable of transforming into a giant eyeball, a basketball, or the surface of the moon. But the real revolution was inside. The interior boasts the world's largest and highest resolution wraparound screen, a 16K display designed to create a fully immersive 360-degree experience for concerts, movies, and events, holding up to 17,000 people. The initial budget was already a hefty $1.3 billion. But then, global challenges like the pandemic and soaring inflation hit the construction industry hard. Delays and rising costs caused the final price tag to balloon to an eye-watering $2.3 billion. This wasn't just building a venue. It was like building a technological monument. The pressure was immense. Would this gigantic gamble pay off? The grand opening in September 2023 was a spectacle for the ages. The legendary band U2 kicked off their residency. U2 to UV Achtung Baby Live at Sphere, and the world took notice. Social media was flooded with videos from inside, showing concertgoers absolutely stunned, lost in the jaw-dropping visuals that surrounded them. The technology was a home run. It wasn't just a concert. It was a sensory experience unlike anything else. The Sphere instantly became an icon, a must-see attraction that validated the entire concept. It was the talk of the town and the world. Riding this wave of novelty, the Sphere booked more legendary acts. Bands like the Eagles and Dead and Company announced their own residencies. Fans flocked to Vegas, willing to pay premium prices, with tickets often ranging from $200 to $500, and sometimes much more on the resale market. The Sphere was constantly sold out. Every night it was open, it was packed. The exterior display became an Instagram landmark, drawing tourists and boosting the city's image as a hub of cutting-edge entertainment. The average revenue per user was sky-high. It seemed, at least from the outside, that this massive investment was on its way to generating a massive return. But cracks in the business model started to show, and they showed up fast. The very thing that makes the Sphere so unique, its colossal, wraparound internal screen, also became its biggest operational challenge. You can't just bring a standard concert tour into the Sphere. The venue demands completely custom-made audiovisual content, a massive undertaking that costs millions of dollars to produce for each show. This immediately priced out most touring acts. Only the biggest bands with the resources to fund a long-term residency, like U2, could make the investment worthwhile. This created a major dependency problem. The Sphere needed these superstar residencies to survive, which gave the artists immense leverage. The bands could demand a larger cut of the ticket revenue, squeezing the venue's profit margins. And another, even more fundamental problem emerged: scheduling. While a normal arena can fill its calendar with concerts, sports, and other events almost every night of the week, the Sphere struggled. The residencies, catering largely to tourists who fly in for weekends, left the venue dark and empty on many weekdays, especially Mondays and Tuesdays. The Sphere was an expensive, high-tech marvel that was often sitting idle. Then the financial reports came out, and the bubble burst. Despite the sold-out shows and the global hype, the Sphere reported a staggering loss of over $100 million in its first year. The revenue, as impressive as it was, simply couldn't cover the enormous costs. Think about it. You have to pay the bands, the staff, the utilities to power millions of LEDs. And on top of all that, you have the massive debt payments from that $2.3 billion construction cost. The limited number of show nights capped the potential earnings, and attempts to fill the gaps with smaller, B-tier events didn't generate nearly enough income. The math just wasn't adding up. Profitability remained a distant dream. So what lessons can we learn from the Sphere's rocky start? First, a mega project with this level of capital expenditure needs a plan for 365-day-a-year viability. Relying on a handful of blockbuster residencies, no matter how successful, isn't enough to pay off a $2.3 billion loan. The novelty is powerful, but it doesn't guarantee a sustainable business. Second, it's a stark reminder that in the live entertainment world, the talent holds a lot of power. If your venue is built for only a few specific types of performers, those performers can dictate the terms, and your profits will suffer. The Sphere will likely survive. It's too iconic to fail completely. The residencies will continue to draw crowds, and it remains a monumental achievement in engineering and entertainment. But the grand dream of it, being a revolutionary and wildly profitable business empire, has been dashed by reality. It's a powerful lesson that even the most spectacular innovations must be grounded in a solid, practical business plan.